what would he? Well, no, it's not equate to a little over 1,000 plus Magic Gathering cards,
Oh
so I could
gosh.
play with Carter.
Yep, you've gone full nerd.
I've gone nerd.
It happens. There have been worse things. All right, hold on.
Mm.
Yep. Hold on.
Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see gold. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live with Dylan and Steven on Mojo 50 Radio. Yes, Rocky, I am alive.
Yes, he is. Praise
I am
God,
alive
hallelujah.
and doing better than I was yesterday. Of course, it took until about 3 p.m. today to actually feel better, but whatever.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Oh, okay. So,
At least keep
before
things down now.
yes, I can keep things down like my APR coffee, which, by the way, you should get some. It's amazing.
And what are you drinking right now? The what flavor?
I'm drinking the Oregon Trail, which is the hazelnut blend.
Oh, that's right. I happen to have the Hamilton and Burr, the blueberry donut.
Blueberry. I've got some coming. It'll be good.
It's
It'll be nice. It'll be wonderful. If you
It is.
haven't heard us before, obviously you are seeing us right now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Modern
People saying-
technology. Make sure
Rocky
you go
saying-
to doaeshow.com.
Yeah.
You see
DOAShow.com.
more of us.
Mm-hmm.
More of our stuff. Check out our shop. Get
Yes.
Swag, the official Jackhold Nation gear. We'll slowly start growing because I guess we cornered the market real quick, and it's one less thing for Ron to worry about.
Exactly. So keep on buying that Jackhole Nation stuff over at
Exactly.
doashow.com/shop. It is there. If you can't catch us on the daily, you can catch us pretty much anywhere you can find podcast audio formats, whether that be Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, Google
Spotify.
Play, Spotify, any of those things. We are there.
iHeartRadio.
Yes. And iHeartRadio, we are live.
Yes. And you can also catch us also on Mojo Radio, mojo50.com. Go there.
Yes. Go
Pick up
there.
their gear as well.
Yes. And if
So,
you are wanting to watch the video and comment on the feed, you can go to facebook.com/Mojo50Radio. We are there right now,
Yeah, we are.
displaying live. You can also catch us on the Twitters at DOA Show or at Steven Airey or at Dylan Lyles, and always use the hashtag I see what you did there. No, I'm just joking. We got
use
rid of that.
one. I don't care.
Yeah, we got rid of that for a long time ago. So hashtag what I learned today,
What I learned today.
because everybody uses that.
Everybody does use that. So,
Jeremy Hansen, he's going to be very, very quiet today because he's supposed to be watching the finals of The Bachelor or the finale.
yeah, you let me know how that turns out.
Yeah, let us know because we're not
Yeah,
going to
because
watch it.
we totally wink.
Wink, wink.
Gotcha. No worries, man. No worries. We will not make a complete and total scene.
Oh, yeah. So apparently, James in Louisiana, he said the Washington is like if you made crack into coffee. It is that good.
It is. See, that I don't think I've tried that one yet.
I haven't tried the Washington yet either.
I haven't. There's so many to try. That was the new brand. The new bit that I got was I got Bacon Blast and I got the berry. Those are the two that I got this go around. Now, granted, I went for my already favorites that I've already classified my favorites, which is the peppermint mocha and the
Oh, you mean the Matt P hat?
Yep, Matt P hat peppermint mocha and the Helen Taft cherry.
Oh, the
chocolate
chocolate cherries.
It's really good.
So you
Those
got
are
your
my favorites.
See, what you need to do is you need to try out a whole bunch of stuff, and that way you can come back to your favorites later.
Yeah, well, I know that, but it was one of those that I was worried in case the silly notion popped into my brain that I might not like something, one of the flavors, and therefore
That's stupid.
I know I should know better. I know better than that, but I hedged my bet and I went and got stuff that I already knew I would like, on top of trying new stuff, just to kind of, again, hedge my bet, and now I can feel like a complete fool.
Yes,
So.
now you are a complete fool, and
Trade DM, and I apologize for that. I will never, ever do that again.
Do they have sugar-free stuff? All their stuff is technically sugar-free. It is just coffee ground.
Yep.
They do have coffee soap as well, and they do
Yeah.
have the coffee drops, which are candied, but everything else is sugar-free. So try it out.
Yep.
It's great. It's just coffee. Talking coffee.
Beans are just flavored. And so theoretically, yes, they are all sugar-free. It's just the way they're roasted
Yes,
to
that is
taste
correct.
like said flavor.
So we've talked about coffee a little bit too long here. Do
long,
need to
yeah,
get
we've
to
got
our
a lot to
first
dive
actual
into.
sponsor, which is Minnestalgia. Minnestalgia Wild Rice. See, they have cabin fever right now because they're still stuck in the snow. It is still very, very cold where they are. But spring is on its way as daylight savings is already kicked over. So use the promo code SPRING10 when you go to mojowildrice.com. If you go to mojowildrice.com, you can try some wonderful stuff. You know, like their rice or their pepper jellies and jams and their beer jellies, some of their whipped honeys, and all their other awesome products. Like maybe you wanted to get some waffle mix.
Mm-hmm.
See, they have
I really want to try those. To be honest with you, I really want to try those.
It's the only native grain for North America in the United States, and it's gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol free. High in proteins, and also in zinc, potassium, and trace minerals. You get your one serving of it meets your daily whole grain needs. So go check it out. They're also diabetic friendly.
Yep. So if you got the sugars,
Mm-hmm.
the sugars,
The sugars. It's this is better for you. You can go to mojowildrice.com. Mojowildrice.com.
Don't worry, we'll edit that out.
Promo code SPRING10. Thank you.
So I was reading today.
Oh,
Which is
that's amazing.
I know. Thank you. Homeschooling at its finest.
It's good times.
So I stumbled across this article on NPR that they kind of slightly agitated me a little bit.
Sure. Okay.
The headline reads: "Study finds racial gap between who causes air pollution and who breathes it." Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are now going to play the racial card when it comes to pollution.
Yes.
As a way to probably help push the Green New Deal.
Because Green New Deal.
Yeah, because Green New Deal. Pollution, much like wealth, is not distributed equally in the United States. This is quoting from the NPR. It already starts off delightful, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it? Scientists and policymakers have long known that Black and Hispanic Americans tend to live in neighborhoods with more pollution of all kinds than white Americans.
Really?
And because pollution exposure can cause a range of health problems, this inequity could be a driver of unequal health outcomes across the U.S.
You don't say.
I did say. Well, I didn't say. I'm merely quoting
NPR
from this
says.
retarded article. A study published on Monday in the journal of PNAS. Don't ask me what that means, because it doesn't say. Adds a new twist to the pollution problem by looking at consumption. While we tend to think of factories and power plants as the source of pollution, those polluters wouldn't exist without consumer demand for their products.
Yes.
Researchers found that air pollution is disproportionately caused by white Americans.
Yes,
And
you
the
and I.
consumption of goods and services.
Yes, we cause all of the pollutions.
But disproportionately inhaled by Black and Hispanic Americans.
Because we cause all the pollutions.
We do. Here's the reason why I wanted to bring this up, just for this next paragraph, because there's so much here that just makes me want to poop a brick. Okay.
Which happens if you drink too much coffee.
Well, not if you drink too much coffee. It doesn't come out as a brick.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, quote, "This paper is exciting and really quite novel," says Anjum Hajat.
Hajat?
I guess, an epidemiologist of the University of Washington, who was not involved in the study. Let me say that again. They have a quote in here from some lady who is at the University of Washington who was not involved in the study.
Really?
I don't know how they picked her. I don't know how it came about, but apparently this doll has got something to say and they like what she says. quote, inequity in exposure to air pollution is well documented, but this study brings the consumption angle, end quote. How did he, I got hung up. I'm still hung up on that. Did they just kind of walk out there and go, hey, has anybody got something to say?
Well, here's the thing, that it's literally the same as people on the street interviews at this point.
Yeah, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I'm guessing that's what happened. They just kind of went to a liberal college and went, hey, do you care about this? And they found somebody who went, oh my goodness, blah, 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 and agreed with everything right out the gate, lock, stock, and barrel, and then...
Well, this person is...
Excuse me, can we quote you?
Hold on. This person is Anjum Hajat, right?
Yep.
Epidemiologist, right?
Hashtag like a native.
Yep. So Anjum Hajat said that, said all this crap, and they brought it up because that's exactly what they did. They went to the University of Washington and said, can we speak to a professor in epidemiology or pollution or science of some sort and show them this article and see what they think? And they were like, yeah, sure, come on in. And they found...
What? NPR wants to turn around and have someone from our college come up with an opinion? What?
Yeah, sure. Not a problem at all.
You'll never see NPR on Liberty or anything like that. Anyway.
No, not Liberty University. They'll never be on in Hillsdale or anything like that because they'll be like, oh, that's stupid. Hajat says that the study reveals an inherent unfairness. Quote, if you're contributing less to the problem, why do you have to suffer more from it? Well, who's saying they're actually contributing less? Why aren't they contributing the same? Which is
I don't know. I was gonna say, and I thought about this just a teensy weensy bit. So what they're basically trying to imply is all that these poor black people and these poor Mexicans or Latinos or whoever that they're referring to, these poor minorities as a whole, let's loop them there.
Yes.
That are living in these inner cities. They're just surrounded by all of this pollution and blah, 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 blah. Not taking into account that the public transportation, the things that supply all of the big government programs in the inner cities are being slightly toxic of their own.
Yes.
Most buses, if not all buses, are still diesel.
And crazy toxic.
Yes, crazy toxic. I mean, for diesels. I mean, they're clean for diesels, but it's still, it's a lot of smoke, a lot of crap, all collected in one little spot. And then you turn around and throw in all the trucks that bring in all the supplies to keep the city running, all the food and all the stuff. None of that makes any difference because, again, going back to like we mentioned yesterday,
those are necessary.
The ends justify the means.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Well, those are necessary, okay? So that's what's going on. What these people are really complaining about is that white people have the ability to go, what they're saying is that white people are the only people that have the ability to buy houses outside of the hood. That's what this is really going to.
No, exactly. And eventually they're going to say something more to the effect of white people are going to be the only people who can buy houses, period.
Right.
And eventually,
it's not about pollution, really. It's just another way of saying that there's income inequality overall. And you know what? There isn't.
No, there never has been.
Okay, income inequality isn't really a thing. You want to know what a thing is? A person decides that they want to, instead of bettering themselves, instead of going out there and making sure that they can take their life and what they do and become better overall, they instead have 7 kids. They become dependent upon the government because they realize, well, it's easier to sit here in my apartment, have my 7 kids, and get money from the government all the rest of my life than it is to go work or to go for a job. Now, that's not everybody, okay? That is not everybody. And we even have people that listen to us that have been homeless and have been in those situations, and they've worked themselves out of it. They've gotten the help they needed, and then once they got the help they needed, they're becoming prosperous. And I applaud them for that because that's amazing. It's so hard to do, to take yourself from absolutely nothing, especially when you've crashed into that position. Take yourself from nothing and be able to work yourself out of it.
Yeah, but it can be done. It's proven constantly. Right. And I've got a meme I've been meaning to put out that I've working on throwing together, and I'll probably have it out there soon, that actually touches on that very thing. It basically, it has a lot to do with somebody's complaining about, what is it? He's holding some sign that says something to the effect about, tell me again that you are, Yeah, tell me again. You can live on minimum wage or something like that. And my caption is actually very along those same lines. Is why is it that we're so expectant to have the other businesses and things when it comes to minimum wage? Why do we expect them to pony up more? Why can't you pony up more to make yourself more indispensable, to make yourself more needed, to earn those spots and move up instead of waiting on someone else to do it?
Right. Why are you just waiting on somebody else to find your potential for you instead of you going out there and making yourself a better target for those
Exactly.
things? You need to actually put yourself in a position, whether it be gaining knowledge or anything else, to put yourself in a position to gain respect out of the people that you're trying to get money from, in essence. Instead of just asking the government for stuff. But
that's easier.
That is so much easier. If you don't like asking the government for money and stuff, and you'd rather have your, amendments and your constitution and things protected, and how about your family protected, maybe you should go and check out Tar River Arms.
You should.
TRAguns.com is America's first virtual gun store, making it easier and more comfortable than ever to purchase your firearms online. See, they're modernizing your firearm sales online to accommodate the online generation. If you are one of those people that really enjoy a brick and mortar, you just love holding the gun and everything, get over it.
This is 2019, folks.
It's 2019. You know what? You're probably not going to have those gun stores very much longer. And
Look, I would
sucks,
argue real fast that if you shop at Amazon, you should not be a brick and mortar type person. This should be right up your alley.
Yeah, it not only should it be, but it's with their 3D interactive experience and their zoom quality on their cameras. You can see every angle of a gun that you're looking to buy. Plus, I mean, it's such quality work that they do. You can tell if they've accidentally left like a fiber from the cleaning cloth or a fingerprint on the smudging the barrel or anything like that. Go to Tar River Arms today. It's TRAguns.com. They have great guns at a great price at great services, veteran-owned and operated. Not only that, but they do have layaway and consignment options available for you today. TRAguns.com. Tell them Steven over at Mojo sent you.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
So
sorry, hit the wrong button.
No,
Go ahead.
No. Rashida Tlaib.
Isn't she a delight?
She has said that they were asking her questions about her own Democratic Party and, why they think that they're not backing her up and all this other jazz. And she came out and said, well, Islamophobia is very much among the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see...
It would fit their criteria, considering the fact that as far as the Democratic Party goes, if you're white, rich... male,
yes,
you're pretty much Satan incarnate, and up until fairly recently, that's all it's been in that party. So that would make logical sense, I guess.
That would make pretty logical sense. See, this was she was asked about this in an interview on Sunday, where why she believes that her own party so strongly reacted to her fellow Muslim Democrat Ilhan Omar, which, by the way, I've got a story about that. I want to talk to you guys about in a little bit, using anti-Semitic rhetoric. And how they she just blamed Islamophobia, which she said is not only within the Republican Party, but very much among the Democrat Party as well. She says things like, quote, they were asking her, quote, why do you think in your own party, why do you think people in your own party reacted so strongly against Ilhan Omar and what she had said?
Oh.
And she says things like, yeah, go ahead.
Quote, I'm trying to figure it out, Tlaib responded. Quote, it's just this past week I feel, and I know this would be somewhat shocking for some, but I think Islamophobia is very much strong among the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party. And I know it's hard for people to hear, but there's only been 4 members in Congress that are of Muslim faith. 3 of them currently serve in this institution. More of us need to get elected, but more of us need to understand as we come into this institution that I have a lot of work to do with my colleagues, end quote. Yeah, right. I know I didn't do a very good thing. I don't care.
No, that's okay. Right. So you're saying that it's Islamophobia above and beyond all things. That's what you're saying. You're saying that the reason why Ilhan Omar is being attacked is because of Islamophobia.
Quote, I think our country is struggling with it. End quote.
Okay. All right, so let me bring this up then. 'Cause
Please
she
do.
goes, she goes on and on. It's a big old thing. I don't really care about what she has to say.
Nobody cares.
Nobody really cares about what she has to say. So let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this, baby.
No, we're not talking about
Talk
that.
about you and me.
Nope. We're going to talk about
All the
Ilhan
good
Omar.
things and the bad things.
Ilhan Omar. You see, I've got this peeper.
Yeah, he does.
And
I just heard Rush Limbaugh's voice in my head.
in my previously
Formerly
nicotine
nicotine
sting
stank
fingers. There you go.
There you go.
So what has Ilhan Omar done since?
What has she done for me lately?
Not only that, but she's done in the past 2 years. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
past 2 years, going through everything. What has she actually done? Well, she's lied to Congress about her relationship with her brother ex-husband.
That one still makes me giggle.
Not only has she lied to Congress, but she lied to the judge in her divorce hearing.
So, and this is a very rhetorical question because we all know that pretty much what the answer is. But why is she not? Why is she still in office? How is she not in trouble? How is it that if you or I or anybody else did anything even remotely in that ball field, we would be in a litany of trouble?
Islamophobia. See, she claimed that she hadn't seen her brother ex-husband since 2011. You know, said that, well, he's, you know, somewhere in the UK. She doesn't really know. She hasn't talked to him since then. But you see, people over at PJ Media, because nobody else decided to go check it out, people over at PJ Media started combing through a whole bunch of stuff, and they found proof via pictures that she had not only seen him,
darn them pesky cameras,
but she was actually at a party with him and a whole bunch of other people in 2014 in the UK. She and her brother ex-husband.
I still can't get over that.
So this whole idea where she claimed that she hadn't had any conversations with and she had no idea where he lived and all this other crap that she had come up with just to kind of get herself out of the situation of, please get me out of this marriage.
That I only got into to get him here legally so he can do God knows what.
Yes, exactly. And then he went to the UK instead. All of that, she's using, that entire claim is completely falsified. She lied to a judge under oath.
Isn't there a crime? That's actually a crime. It's a felony, if I remember correctly.
It is a felony.
It's what do they call that? That's a
perjury.
It's right on the tip of my.
Perjury.
Felony.
It's a felony perjury.
Perjury.
Yeah, and we understand that he isn't hubby, but he was hubby. She married him legally. Anyway, there's also this issue about certain birth certificate things with her. You see, where she was born, there was a huge war that happened, and she claims that all of her birth certificate information and everything was burnt down in the war. So she doesn't really have that. She can't verify her true residence of origin.
So how did again?
Refugee. She came in under refugee status.
I don't care about that part. I mean, that does play a point. I'm not worried about that. How is it that she's able then to be in office? If we can't prove where you're from, how is it that we then decide that you're in a position to be able to hold office?
Well, see, that's the thing. She's been under refugee status and then became a legal resident after that. And so since she's a legal resident, even though we can't prove all the stuff prior to, because she came in as a refugee, she became a legal citizen. After she became a legal citizen, then she was able to hold office. And after that whole deal.
And I get all that. I just find that then that just to me that's just a flaw. Then one of the few little things that we kind of up there with term limits I would recommend changing, that you just can't come over here as refugee status willy-nilly and establish permanent residency and then become like, you need to be able to get checked thoroughly.
Yes.
Like cavity search, kind of get the rubber glove.
Whole big cavity search. So let's go through another couple things. She when they were talking to her about her anti-Semitic remarks and how they were all on her Twitter and Facebook and everything else, she froze her accounts She blocked them so nobody could see them publicly, and then she deleted all those posts that were anti-Semitic.
Of course she did.
She denied a FOIA request for information via the AP, the Associated Press. Gosh, there's so much more to get into,
There's
guys.
so much to
Hold
get
on.
into.
We'll be right back after the break.
So much to go over, so
So
little
much
time.
I literally thought we had more time to go over.
No, I
that.
knew. I
just-
had a feeling that we weren't
Oh,
going
man,
to, and
I can't believe
that's cool.
I've got so much more. Still have a page. I have half a page of information to go over still.
I'm sure
Oh,
we
gosh.
do. But we got so much other crap to go through as well.
Yeah, but I mean, most of that stuff we can kind of tide over a little bit, I guess, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, push it all back. Who wants to hear about Jeff Flake? I sure.
I
as hell
mean, nobody
don't.
cares about Jeff Flake, right?
Again, if your last name's Flake,
Yeah,
I can't take you seriously.
ever. Oh,
No,
Roz over
I
on
would-
Facebook.
I wouldn't trust him to do a commercial for Frosted Flakes.
That's true. That's true.
So anyway, it's
So,
a jackal, a skull of a jackalope. No,
no,
I wish.
should be.
I wish. Funny story with that one. While we have the moment, that is the first deer skull I've ever found. I'd always wanted one, but I've never learned to properly hunt. My dad never took me, and so I was. Long story short is when I had an argument with my wife and I got mad on my way to church. And so I pulled over and I got out and walked the 10 miles home while she took the kids and went to church because I'm Billy Badass and I'm going to stand my ground and blah, blah, blah. I made up. This was years ago. So I'm walking down the side of the road and I go, oh, look, there's a deer with antlers on it. I want that. And so I drove by it a couple times over the course of about a week or two. And then finally one cold January evening, like in the dark, I took an axe and I went and cut its head off and I hung it up on a tree and cleaned it. And yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't even clean it right. It took me forever to actually get all the junk off of there. And so, no, I'm going to find a permanent fixture for it in studio and everything later. It just, right now, I thought it was a good story.
Yep. It's cool. It works. So we did get, we have gotten Dylan's pants.
The pants are in.
The pants are in. So the pants are here. And we're back.
Yeah,
You're
we
listening
are.
to Defenders Live with Dylan and Steven on Mojo 50 Radio. The pants are in. The pants
you
are
already
in.
threw that out there at the last thing, so now I have to.
So Dylan can't run away from them. I will be.
I don't know if I can run in them.
You might be able to run to them, but I don't know if you'll even be able to walk. You might not be able to walk in them at all, but
I will be lucky to get one up my leg.
they are super stretchy, though. I have found this out.
There might have to be some
They stretch super wide.
extra
so.
Gear, I guess we'll have to say, just to ensure things maintain a PG
rating there. That would
PG
be
rating. Yeah.
that would be
Because I'm
great.
not about to. I mean, I'm already a picture on a blue dress and makeup. I don't know if it can get much worse.
Oh yeah, it can.
That's
We're gonna make it much worse soon. Very soon. Those pictures will come out.
I can't say those records are sealed either.
Yeah, they're not sealed. They're not sealed at all.
No,
My past records are sealed, but yours aren't. Ha ha. Speaking of past records and things like that, no, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to get back to Ilhan Omar here in a second. I want to tell you guys about the Doc Thompson Health Challenge. It's created by Brad Staggs. You guys know. It was created on the 4th of March. That's when it started. It's a 90-day challenge. You should check it out. It's over at therichsolution.com. See, he created it because he wanted to do. He wanted to improve his own health, and he wanted to help other people improve their own. It's a challenge that he thought Doc Thompson would be proud of and would be willing to support. He's bringing it out for the entire Mojo 50 community to bring it for a common cause to heal, survive, and thrive together. Like I said, it's 90 days. It's hosted by Gwen Rich and The Rich Solution. Go check them out over therichsolution.com. Therichsolution.com. They can tell you about the 8 obstacles everyone needs to conquer for optimum health. That's diet, mental attitude, exercise, sleep, stress, environmental toxins, community, and emotional health. That's therichsolution.com. Therichsolution.com. I'm getting over the environmental toxins myself, apparently.
That's what you get for living in the inner city.
Yeah, I actually don't, but that's
Skin's
fine.
a little light though for it. You'd think by that article we read by NPR earlier that because you're white, you could walk into any city and it really wouldn't matter. That something about your pigment would reflect the toxins and the pollution in the air. What is this lung cancer you speak of? I don't have it because I'm white.
Oh my gosh.
You were going down the wonderful list of things that the delightful Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar. Yeah, so I've got
Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar.
Omer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ilhan Omar.
Apparently, before we get back to that, Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Says them pants are gonna fit tighter than a condom. We agree. We agree.
Moving on.
Okay, so back to this. All right, so recap. She's lied to Congress. She lied to her judge, which is, perjury, felony perjury. Yep. She's has no proof of birth certificates or anything like that to verify residency of origin and all that mess. She's deleted her previous statements after closing down for public view all of her social medias. But then again, it was all taken and screenshotted, so we still have proof of it. She denied a FOIA request from the Associated Press about her ex-husband and those issues.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. FOIA requests specifically about a person's life and livelihood, you have to get their approval to open it. Even though she is a public figure, and she would not give give a yes to that request. She has 3 campaign violations against her.
3.
But
these are just little things, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, She had the first one was violations for using campaign money to travel personally out of the country.
Oh well, hold on, but that would just probably be a mix up with the receipts or something, right? I mean,
no. She went out of the country and used her campaign to finance that.
I'm telling you, she just grabbed the wrong debit card. That's all.
Yeah. Also, she used campaign money to pay for her divorce.
Wrong debit
to her
card.
ex-husband brother.
It was one of those. She was in a hurry thing. There was probably paparazzi and people wanting to ask a bunch of questions, reporters and stuff. They were probably taking pictures. She just blinded and grabbed the wrong debit card. It happens all the time.
Sure. She also accepted speaking fees, which is against campaign rules and rule violations. She went to some sort of college and whatnot, and they paid her, which is against the rules for campaign while she was campaigning. So. That
one's easy too. That was probably meant to go to a charity, and she just forgot.
See, that's the thing. You would have all of these answers, except for she answered all 3 with "You're racist Islamophobes." Back off.
It goes back to that Babylon Bee I mentioned yesterday, where every answer she gives from now on is just "I am Groot."
Exactly. You're a racist.
It's the same thing.
I am Groot.
You're a racist.
It's the same deal. Oh, and by the way, since she has come over here to America and gone to college in America, she has been not only a supporter of, but she was a former advisory member of CARE.
Oh, now it's just CARE. Everyone likes to care.
No.
CARE's a good thing. I want to care. Don't you care?
No. This is the advisory for the Islamic relations. This is that sort of CARE. The same one that was unindicted co-conspirator in the Holy Land trials and that foundation, the ones that was started by the original members of the Holy Land Foundation, the ones that were literally saying that we're going to create a political arm, which turned out to be CARE for Hamas. That's what CARE is. CARE is a political arm for Hamas. They're also one of the biggest proponents of propaganda for Hamas. She has not only been just an idiot for Hamas, but she has been an advisory member of Hamas. It's on her resume.
Oh, well. Because everybody wants to have that on your. What did you do? Well, I graduated top of my class. I
Supported Hamas.
I went to yeah. I was in VA club. Oh yeah, and I was part of Hamas.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have an update. We have an update from Jeremy. We have an update from Jeremy. Hannah B is the new Bachelorette. There you go.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I was beginning to wonder. I was looking at the clock going, by God, it's about time. Somebody should be telling me something soon. I was on pins and needles. Thank you, Jeremy.
For letting us know. Now we can sleep well at night.
I will.
Yeah, and that's just the point. Also, Nicole said that she's been wearing her new pants, her new leggings, and she says she's been digging them.
I'm sure she has, because they're meant for women.
Watch. We're gonna get done with the photo shoot, and he's actually gonna like them.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe these things would be comfy for like. I'm trying to guess because I'm really not wanting to waste it. We may just have to give them away to somebody. But
give them to your
I
wife,
don't want
dude.
to feel like we might do that. Maybe we'll raffle them off or something to.
They're give them to your wife when you're done. She will enjoy them.
She's just gonna roll her eyes like she did whenever I told her.
She will enjoy wearing them. That's it. That's the point.
At least one of us will.
Exactly, and you'll enjoy seeing her in them. That's how this works.
Sure.
By the way, this portion of the show is brought to you by Patriot Mobile. See, here's the truth.
Mobile.
Your cell phone company is probably funding liberal gun grabbers. Patriot Mobile is America's only conservative cell phone company and is doing the exact opposite. If you're fed up with the disgusting policies like the New York abortion ban, the Bloomberg gun control plans, the stalemates at the border, and all those other crap, make the simple switch to Patriot Mobile today. Join thousands of Americans using Patriot Mobile and get reliable nationwide coverage and watch your hard-earned money fight for the First and Second Amendments, your border security, and the sanctity of life. Veteran-led Patriot Mobile donates a portion of every bill to conservative causes like the Heritage Foundation, the NRA, and the Susan B. Anthony list. Switching cannot be easier than it has ever been with unlimited text and talk and text plans as low as $20 a month. Plus, if you need more motivation, mention the promo code DOC, D-O-C, when you call them at 1-800-A-PATRIOT or visit them online at patriotmobile.com/doc to get up to 2 activation fees waived today. Patriot Mobile. Enough is enough. Join the fight. 1-800-A-PATRIOT, promo code DOC, or patriotmobile.com/doc.
Doc. Remember, that's Doc.
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 Yeah, what's up, Doc?
No, not quite that far. Oh, are we done with?
We're done with Ilhan.
Ilhan Amar.
Yeah, we're done.
Omar. Amir. Okay, because
Yes.
we're moving on.
Moving on.
Sorry, I started thinking about the goofy name way we're trying to say that, and it made me think of that video you tagged me in earlier about this saying the North Carolina. That was hilarious. I love it.
That's so good, right?
It was so good. We might have to copy that onto our page. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so what do you use to clean your ears out with?
I don't know, but side note.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that noise that was coming out from the side of the?
Yeah, I gotta love live.
That's my
You gotta
cat.
love live.
It's
That
my-
was your cat?
that's
I
my
thought one of
cat.
the kids were up.
No, it's my cat screeching.
Well, we know what time of the month it is, don't we?
No, he's fixed.
Oh, so he's just depressed. He's just moaning, going, "Oh dear God, I'm no longer up."
Yes,
there."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about my depressed cat being very upset.
Just watch him. You don't want him to be suicidal.
Yes. Nobody
Anyway.
likes a suicidal pussy.
God, where's that bell? Anyway, what do you use to clean your ears with?
I don't use Q-tips.
That's not what I asked. I said, what do you use to clean your ears with?
Probably the worst thing possible, which is a pen cap.
I was gonna say your car key, but that's cool.
Oh no!
So
pen
wait a
cap.
minute.
Oh
hold on.
no!
So you use a pen cap.
Yes.
You
know
use
the
a pen
old
cap,
Bic
but
one-
you
the
won't
Bics?
use a Kleenex.
No,
or, I mean,
dude,
Q-tip.
because the Bic, it has that like curved inside on the
So
pen
you're
cap end.
scooping it out.
So I do this like little roll scoop. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh no! When it itches, of course it feels good, but that's just.
It's so good.
I know you get that little eargasm where you're like your eyes twitching. I know. So good. A man in England has sworn off cleaning his ears with cotton swabs after developing a potentially life-threatening infection that not only affected his hearing, but also spread to the lining of his brain and caused neurological symptoms, according to a new report of his case.
See, the 31-year-old man's troubles began when the tip of a Q-tip or cotton swab got stuck inside of his ear canal. Although he told the doctors that he wasn't sure exactly how or when it happened. A bit of the cotton left in the ear sounded harmless, but in this case, it wasn't.
Well, but here's my thing, okay? And I don't. You're supposed to look at it. I mean, aside from the disgusting factor, you kind of want to make sure. I was always told this is part of cleaning anything. You wipe it until nothing is there.
Right.
So when you shove that Q-tip into your ear and you pull it out and go, cardboard, no cotton. Was he doing it in the dark? Was it a dare and he doing it blindfolded?
I think it's just his daily routine, man. I don't think he even looked.
Well, okay.
It sounds like he just didn't even look. He was just like,
okay,
oh yeah, I'm gonna
take.
take.
No, and that's fine. I'll see you there.
Okay,
I'll see you there.
Sure.
Then how bad is the hearing in that ear to the point that you put the thing in, the cotton comes off, and you don't realize a change in hearing?
Well, see, that's the thing. If you use cotton swabs in the first place, all it does is compact it down.
But if your ear is eating the cotton off the Q-tip, it probably needs to be cleaned a little bit more thoroughly tthan just with cotton and cardboard.
Yep. Nicole
Call
over
me
on Facebook.
crazy. I'm not a doctor. Just saying.
See, here's the thing. Nicole over on Facebook, she said if he just got tired of listening to his wife. If she would have just shut up as he asked her to.
He got tired of the blah blah blah.
The bloody blahs. That's what he got tired of. And that's okay. So see, this is funny, but it's not funny because it actually
it could be you.
It ended up in some major problems.
Caps, but it could be somebody.
Yeah, well, this ended up in some major issues. You know, his symptoms started long before the seizures occurred.
Oh my God, he had seizures.
All right.
Again, the hearing would have been my first clue.
That's there. He had experienced some pain and some discharge from his left ear for about 10 days prior to the seizures, experienced headaches on the left side of his head that was so severe that it made him vomit, in addition to starting to having trouble remembering names.
Oh.
But the problem in the man's ear was nothing new, he told the doctors. He had experienced left ear pain and hearing loss over the past 5 years.
Oh,
and had been treated with severe ear infections on that same side. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, but this just listening to this goes back to, it's the same things, like, and everybody's seen them. Everybody tries. You have that one friend that's, hey, watch this video as they pop this cyst on someone's back or whatever. It's that kind of stuff. The whole, I have an 80-pound tumor on the left side of my body, and I just now noticed it could be a problem. You know, there's certain things that the body does that tells you something is wrong.
Just maybe
Something might be a tad askew, and you might want to seek, I don't know, medical attention.
The man was diagnosed with necrotizing otitis externa.
Wow. External, my ass. That was internal. That was in his ear.
Or an infection in the soft tissue of the external auditory canal. So you have two sections. You have before the eardrum and after the eardrum. Before the eardrum is the external ear canal, and he had necrotizing otitis of the external eardrum.
No, I bet you if they dug a little deeper, he's got some other kind of mental issue that either that or the wife's blah 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 was real hardcore. Because
the point of all this: stop freaking using cotton swabs in your ear. All right.
If you're going to, at least be diligent to look and go, did I get the cotton back?
True.
That, you know, just saying.
Yeah.
Popular hygiene tip number 12. Make sure the cotton is on the end of the Q-tip when you're done.
Over on the Facebook, Buck Buchanan says, if only he brushed his teeth.
bags.
That man is awesome. Speaking of necrotizing flesh and other problematic diseases, a medieval disease and infection flares as unsanitary living conditions proliferate in California.
Shocker, it's in California, right?
Yeah, I know. You see, that's just crazy.
Well, and it's the Kaiser Health News is where we get this from. Jennifer Miller keeps trash bags and hand sanitizers near her tent, and she regularly pours water mixed with hydrogen peroxide on the sidewalk nearby. Keeping herself and the patch of concrete she calls home clean is top priority.
Sure.
But this homeless encampment off of Hollywood Freeway ramp is often littered with needles, trash, and soaked in urine. Rats occasionally scamper through, and Miller fears the consequences.
Occasionally scamper?
Yeah, occasionally.
Occasionally scamper?
Quote, I worry about all of those diseases, said Miller, who was 43, who said she has been homeless most of her life. I'm sorry for just a brief moment. Now, I know you can get hydrogen peroxide at the dollar store, but if you have enough disposable income in being homeless that you can buy large quantities of hydrogen peroxide to just dump on concrete ground to keep yourself clean.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you might be able to devote that to, I don't know, a shower and maybe a nice pair of clothes to, I don't know, look into a job.
Maybe.
Call me crazy.
But then again, I mean, hydrogen peroxide really isn't that expensive, and if
that's what I said, you can get it at the dollar store, and I got that. But
yeah. And if you're using it with water, I mean,
but then how clean are you really getting if you're diluting it?
Buck says,
and then we go back to the occasional rat scamper is just.
Buck says, speaking of rat scampering, I saw Dylan scamper once.
Hey, you promised not to ever tell that story. It's the last time I tell Buck anything in confidence. I'm going to tell you that right daggone now.
That's not true. You're going to tell him a lot of things in confidence.
No, I need to go get ice cream this weekend. I feel.
That'd be a good idea. Los Angeles recently experienced an outbreak of typhus, a disease spread by infected fleas and rats on the other animals in the downtown area streets. Officials briefly closed the parts of the city hall after reporting the rodents had invaded the building.
How bad is it that in Los Angeles they had to shut down their city hall because there are rats invading the building? This is something you think you would hear out of like New York.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And at least that makes sense because it's an island and it's full of people, not the deserts of LA.
But New York's rats, they're clean.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. Apparently,
New York's rats keep themselves clean. They don't carry a disease like this. That's not the thing. They're just huge. And they hiss at you like cats.
Well, no, I didn't have one hiss. I had one curse at me when we were waiting for a subway. Man,
that was a midget.
I looked at it.
That was a midget. That wasn't. That was a
like,
midget. That wasn't a rat. That was a midget.
Oh well.
It was a completely.
I don't know.
Thing.
They were both about the same size. It was rats out there, huge, man.
You crazy bum. Speaking of, so just ice cream was on the list of we need to go there. By the way. Over in North Carolina, if you're ever in North Carolina or you'd like to check out in Wake Forest, there is a great ice cream shop.
Yes.
It is amazing. Some of the best homemade ice creams. Huh?
We're not getting paid for this, by the way. This
not
is
getting
just
paid at all.
If you're in the area,
go to Lumpy's Ice Cream. It's in Wake Forest, downtown. The downtown Wake Forest area, which, by the way, the downtown really isn't that big. It's a very small place, but downtown Wake Forest, Lumpy's Ice Cream. It is some of the best you can get out there. It is amazing.
Handmade.
All handmade, all hand mixed.
In-house.
Like 200,000 flavors. The man comes up with a flavor almost every day. It's crazy.
He actually has a PhD, if I remember correctly, from Duke, I believe.
Well, no, he's taught at Duke. He's taught ice cream science at Duke.
That's what he's. But I thought he got a PhD in ice cream.
He might have a PhD in ice cream, but I know that he has actually taught ice cream science to Duke.
Remember that?
Yes. So that was amazing. So go check him out. That's in Wake Forest, and you can go to Lumpy's.com, I think, to go find him.
I'm sure he has no problem sending you ice cream if you want it.
I mean, you just have to pay for the shipping. And you might want to actually send him a cat cooler so that it could stay frozen. If you send him a cat cooler, I'm sure he will send you back ice cream.
Oh, I guarantee you he'll send you back ice cream.
Go to catcoolers.com. Catcoolers.com. You can get a promo code. If you use my name, Steven, you can get promo for 10% off on the discount. Not only are they rugged, but they keep your ice cold for 7 days. Thus, your ice cream cold for 7 days. Made in the USA. It's fully customizable. You can put our faces, our mean mugs on there, or you can put our logos or the DOA show logo or the Mojo logo. Heck, you can put the eagle up there.
Yes. No, you can't. No, that's not a can't. You should.
You should.
We highly recommend that you will.
It comes in 4
You
colors.
will
Yeah.
use it.
See, it comes in 4 colors, though. It's white, black, yellow, all racist, and camouflage.
Again, racist.
Because I can't see you. Anything else you want to say to make it your own, right? You can put it there. It's there. It's there. It's ours. Free lumpy spots, but no Wax RX? Yes, that is correct. Let's be frank in PA. Wax RX doesn't sponsor us, but Lumpy's we know and love. So shush.
Yes.
We know and love Lumpy's ice cream, and it's amazing. You should go try it. And if you send him a cat cooler, go to catcoolers.com, get 10% off, send it to him. The address is on the website, Lumpy's. Lumpy's.com? Yeah, lumpy'sicecream.com, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah. You send him a cooler and some money, and he will send you back some ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
I guarantee it.
I mean,
won't
I'm not going to
guarantee
guarantee it, but
I
I'm
don't
sure.
guarantee nothing.
Yeah, don't guarantee nothing, but I'm sure he'll do it.
I'm sure. I'm highly confident.
Highly confident. Yes, that is the thing. So we have 6 minutes left here.
6 minutes.
By 6 minutes, I mean 4.5. So 4.5 minutes left on the clock here. And I just wanted to tell you guys about some pro-life victories. Yeah?
I like this story.
Yes. You go ahead and
on
move
a
it.
high note. On Tuesday, that would be today, by an 11-1 vote, the U.S. Court of Appeals at the 6th Circuit held that Ohio can properly cut state funding to Planned Parenthood.
Wait,
Boom.
what?
In your face,
Wait,
abortion
what?
people.
Wait, what?
Yes. 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 I will read that again. An 11-6 vote. The U.S. Court of Appeals of the 6th Circuit held that Ohio can properly cut state funding to Planned Parenthood. Boom, mic drop, walk out in your face.
It's done.
It's done.
Done.
Straight up done. It makes me happy. This really makes me happy.
See,
The case was Planned Parenthood versus Greater Ohio versus Hodge.
versus Hodges.
Hodges is.
So this is as Politico notes.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled on Tuesday that Ohio can cut state funding to Planned Parenthood because the organization performs abortions, overturning a lower court ruling that blocked the state from stripping the network of clinics of new money. 4 of the judges who sided with the state in the decision were were appointed by Donald Trump. That really doesn't have any play here, but I guess okay, sure.
It's
The
whatever.
judge says that Ohio's law barring the state's health department from funding from going into any providers who offer non-therapeutic abortions or advocates for abortion rights, quote, does not violate the Constitution because the affiliates do not have a due process right to perform abortions, which is true. That is very true.
Yep.
The ruling affects 6 state public health programs, but doesn't touch Medicaid. The Supreme Court in December declined to review the case brought by other Republican-led states seeking to cut off Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood and other reproductive health organizations that offered abortions. So it's a win.
It is very much a win.
It's a light win, but it's a win.
We take what we can get, especially when it talks about anything to save lives that'll continue to, stand for life as being precious. I'm down. I mean, a win is a win. 1 point or 100 points, man, it's still a win.
Right.
This made me happy. I was so happy with this because I feel like everything I don't say everything, but I feel like here lately it's been a lot of pro-abortion this, and it's nice to feel like for once we're not kind of just left off, and ignored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something somewhere, somebody is listening and doing something right, and we're not going to hell as quick.
Well, I mean, we
as it feels
sort of
and
still
appears,
are. Sort of still are.
Well, we definitely are, but at least okay, fine. I'm lulled into a false sense of security that it is not as bad as it felt like yesterday. is restoring my faith in humanity. How does
Yesterday
that
just
sound?
felt bad because I was, throwing up halfway through the show, but
That was liquid was coming out of orifices. It was not good on anyone
I was having a number 5, and it was not good.
with cheese.
Yeah, probably so.
And that's it.
On
We're
that-
leaving on a high note.
On that note, this has been
Go
Defenders Live with Dylan and Steven over on the Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts. Go check out our websites, doaeshow.com, doaeshow.com. Use the shop key. You can get your Jackhole Nation gear today.
Yes.
You can also go to mojo50.com. Go check out everything there and all the stuff joining in that case.
Yep.
Also, don't forget, there
Don't forget
is
what?
going to be a Mojo 50 get together where we're getting
Yeah,
together.
there is a little get together, huh?
It's in May. Go check them out. Yeah, mojocon.org, mojocon.org. Go check them out, guys. It is amazing. You'll want to be there. I'm going to be there. I don't know about Dylan, but I'm going to be there.
Maybe.
I'm going to see about
Possibly.
possibly doing the show from the studios while we're there. So, without further ado, good night, Doc Thompson. We know where you are.
Nah, young. You go home.